Are you tired of constantly feeling hurt and offended by the words and actions of others? In today's video, we'll be delving into the powerful teachings of Buddhism on how to stop taking things so personally. Lesson 1. You're not your mistakes or others' opinions. Buddhism teaches us that life is ever-changing. Nothing stays the same. This includes our thoughts, actions, and the way others see us. One of the core teachings in Buddhism is the concept of impermanence. Everything we experience is temporary. When we make a mistake or someone criticizes us, it does not define who we are. Mistakes are simply opportunities to learn and grow. They are not permanent marks on our identity. Buddhism encourages us to let go of clinging to thoughts or judgments. If someone forms an opinion about us, that opinion belongs to them, not to us. We do not need to carry it. The Buddha taught that suffering arises from attachment. When we attach ourselves to the opinions of others, we create unnecessary suffering. Instead, we can observe these opinions with detachment and choose not to let them affect us deeply. Mistakes are natural parts of life. Even the most enlightened beings have made mistakes in their journey. The key is to see mistakes as teachers. Every mistake has a lesson. When you view mistakes this way, they lose their power to hurt you. They become stepping stones on the path to wisdom. The Buddha himself emphasized the importance of self-compassion. Forgiving yourself for mistakes is a way to honor your humanity. Other people's opinions are like passing clouds. They may cast a shadow, but they are not the sun. You are the sun. Your inner light does not depend on what others think of you. People view the world through their own filters. Their judgments are based on their experiences and emotions. They may not see the full picture. Buddhism teaches us to have compassion for others' limited understanding. Their opinions are not truths. They are simply reflections of their own minds. When you internalize this lesson, you find freedom. You stop carrying the burden of others' opinions. You realize that you are not your mistakes. You are not the judgments of others. You are a being of infinite potential. With every breath, you have the chance to grow and evolve. This mindset allows you to live with confidence and inner peace. Mistakes and opinions no longer weigh you down. They simply become parts of the ever-changing flow of life. Lesson 2. Your worth comes from you, not others. In Buddhism, self-worth is not dependent on external validation. Your value as a person comes from your inherent nature. The Buddha taught that every being has Buddha nature. This means that within you lies infinite potential for wisdom, compassion, and kindness. You do not need others to approve of you to realize your worth. Many people seek validation from others. They want to feel accepted and loved. While this is natural, it can lead to suffering. When you rely on others for your sense of worth, you give away your power. Your happiness becomes dependent on their actions. Buddhism encourages you to turn inward. True self-worth comes from understanding your own value. It comes from recognizing your inner goodness. Your worth is like the moon's reflection on water. It is always there, even if the water is disturbed. If the surface of the water is calm, the reflection becomes clear. When your mind is calm, you can see your worth clearly. External noise fades away, and you connect with your true self. This clarity allows you to act from a place of confidence and peace. Self-worth also comes from living with intention. In Buddhism, the Eightfold Path provides guidance on living a meaningful life. When you follow this path, you cultivate qualities like right effort, right speech, and right action. These qualities strengthen your inner sense of value. They remind you that your worth comes from the choices you make, not from what others think of you. Compassion for yourself is essential. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer to a friend. When you make mistakes, remind yourself that you are still worthy. When others criticize you, remember that their words do not change your inner nature. You are whole and complete as you are. The Buddha's teachings encourage us to see our worth as unshakable. It is not something that can be given or taken away by others. By embracing this lesson, you free yourself from the need for approval. You stop seeking validation from the outside world. You realize that your worth is already within you. This realization brings a deep sense of peace. It allows you to move through life with confidence and grace. You no longer depend on others to tell you that you matter. You know it in your heart. You carry this truth with you, and it becomes a source of strength. Lesson 3: Rudeness reflects them, not you. Buddhism teaches us that each person's actions come from their own mind. When someone is rude to you, it is a reflection of their inner state. It is not about you. The Buddha explained that people act based on their thoughts, emotions, and past experiences. If someone speaks or behaves unkindly, it often comes from their own suffering. This understanding helps us develop compassion. When someone is rude, they may be struggling with anger, fear, or frustration. Instead of taking their behavior personally, you can view it as a sign of their inner turmoil. Buddhism encourages us to respond with kindness rather than reacting with anger. The Buddha's teachings on loving kindness, or metta, guide us to wish others well, even when they are unkind. Rudeness is like a thorn on a path. If you step on it, it may hurt, but it does not mean the path is bad. It simply means the thorn was there. In the same way, rudeness is an obstacle that you can choose to navigate without letting it wound your spirit. When you recognize that rudeness is not about you, you free yourself from unnecessary pain. This lesson does not mean you should accept mistreatment. Buddhism teaches the importance of self-respect. You can set boundaries while still holding compassion for others. If someone's rudeness crosses a line, you can address it calmly and firmly. Responding with clarity and kindness shows that you respect yourself and others. The practice of mindfulness can help you respond wisely to rudeness. When someone is rude, take a moment to pause. Breathe deeply and observe your feelings. This pause creates space between their action and your response. In this space, you can choose how to react. Mindfulness allows you to respond from a place of wisdom rather than emotion. Buddhism also teaches the importance of letting go. If you carry resentment or anger towards someone who was rude, it only harms you. Holding on to negativity is like holding a burning coal. It hurts you more than anyone else. By letting go of anger, you find peace. You realize that their rudeness is their burden, not yours. Through this understanding, you stop taking rudeness personally. You see it as a reflection of the other person's state of mind. You choose to respond with kindness and strength. This approach brings harmony to your interactions and inner peace to your heart. Lesson 4: Learn from criticism. Criticism can be a powerful teacher. Buddhism encourages us to view criticism as an opportunity for growth. When someone criticizes you, it can reveal areas where you can improve. Instead of taking it personally, you can use it as a tool for self-reflection. The Buddha's teachings remind us to approach life with an open and curious mind. This includes being open to feedback, even when it is difficult to hear. Not all criticism is valid. Some may come from misunderstandings or the critic's own biases. Buddhism teaches us to discern wisely. Use mindfulness to examine the criticism. If it is valid, take it as a chance to grow. If it is not, let it go. Do not allow it to disturb your peace. The Buddha's teaching of the middle way applies here. This path avoids extremes. When faced with criticism, avoid reacting defensively or feeling crushed. Instead, stay balanced. Listen with an open heart. Reflect on the feedback calmly. This balanced approach helps you learn without losing confidence. Criticism can also teach us patience and humility. It is not easy to hear about our flaws. But by accepting criticism gracefully, we cultivate inner strength. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of letting go of ego. The ego resists criticism because it wants to feel perfect. By releasing the need to be perfect, you grow into a wiser and more compassionate person. Buddhism also teaches gratitude. Even harsh criticism can be a gift. It shows you how others perceive you. It gives you a chance to grow. When you approach criticism with gratitude, it loses its sting. It becomes a tool for self-improvement rather than a source of pain. Learning from criticism also involves forgiving yourself. If the criticism highlights a mistake, do not dwell on guilt. Instead, take responsibility and make amends if necessary. Then, move forward with self-compassion. The Buddha's teachings remind us that growth is a journey. Every step, even the difficult ones, leads us closer to wisdom. By embracing this lesson, you transform criticism into a source of strength. You stop taking it personally. You see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. This perspective brings freedom. It allows you to face feedback with courage and grace. You become a person who welcomes growth and radiates inner peace. Lesson 5. Believe in your strategy. Buddhism teaches the importance of intention and effort. When you follow a path with sincerity and wisdom, you can trust in your journey. Believing in your strategy means having faith in your choices. It means staying committed to your goals, even when faced with doubt or criticism. The Buddha's teachings on right effort provide guidance. Right effort is about putting energy into what matters. It involves focusing on actions that align with your values. When your strategy is rooted in mindfulness and compassion, you can move forward with confidence. You do not need external validation to believe in yourself. Your inner conviction becomes your guide. Believing in your strategy also means being patient. Buddhism teaches that growth takes time. A seed does not become a tree overnight. Similarly, your efforts may not yield immediate results. Trust the process. Keep nurturing your goals with care and consistency. This patience brings peace and resilience. Obstacles are part of any journey. Buddhism encourages us to view challenges as opportunities. When faced with difficulties, stay connected to your purpose. Remember why you started. This connection gives you strength to persevere. The Buddha's teachings on perseverance remind us that effort, combined with wisdom, leads to success. Self-doubt can arise on any path. Buddhism teaches us to observe these thoughts without attaching to them. Doubt is like a passing wave. It may appear, but it does not define the ocean. Trust your inner wisdom. Trust the effort you have put into your strategy. When you believe in yourself, doubt loses its power. Faith in your strategy also involves adaptability. Buddhism teaches that life is dynamic. Sometimes, your path may need adjustment. This is not a failure. It is a sign of growth. When you stay mindful, you can recognize when changes are needed. Adapt with confidence, knowing that flexibility is part of wisdom. Believing in your strategy brings a sense of calm. You stop seeking constant reassurance from others. You trust in your ability to navigate life's challenges. This trust creates inner peace. It allows you to move forward with clarity and strength. The Buddha's teachings remind us that belief in ourselves is a powerful force. It empowers us to live with purpose and joy.